we are with part 2. But make sure you check out part 1 first. It's good, just like this one.
We're the most defeated case yet and are struggling to find the strength to continue. I say keep on continuing. Even if after that child is reunified, take a break. And I took a break for a year. I think it was more like 11 months. And then that's when Elizabeth came into my life. So you never know. Just take that break, take that time for yourself, because your next child may be the child that you end up adopting. So don't give up. You could take a break, but don't give up. Just keep going, because think about why you started in the first place. That's what I say. Would you stop recording your family if Lizzie or Eddie decided they no longer wanted to? Yes, I would. I'm so for not recording my family. That's why you mainly see like me and Lizzie and Eddie. When Nana didn't want to be recorded anymore, it stopped. I don't record like aunts and uncles and cousins and nieces and nephews and stuff like that. I don't do that if they don't want to be on camera. There are some days where Lizzie and Eddie don't want to be on camera, whether they're in a bad mood. They never really said they don't want to be on camera, but their mood is telling you they don't want to be on camera, and I don't record them. Like, you'll see some days where the vlog is just me. And that's usually if they're in a bad mood or they just seem like they're giving me that vibe they don't want to be on camera, and I won't record them. And then there's sometimes you won't see me. You'll see just them. And that's because I don't want to be on camera. So I listen. Like, my sister doesn't want her son on YouTube. I don't put him on YouTube. I'm all about people's personal space and their space. And if they don't want to be on camera anymore, they won't be on camera. But Lizzie and Eddie, honestly, I don't see them saying no. I honestly don't see them saying no. They have cameras, like little kitty cameras. They said that they're practicing right now. Lizzie has a green screen. She's practicing. She said when she gets good at it, she's going to give me the footage when her and Eddie do their thing. And then I'm going to put it like at the end of vlogs and stuff like that. But that'll be for a while. That won't be anytime soon. But shoot. It was Lizzie. I didn't even have her own channel. I don't see them saying no anytime soon. And she's always telling her friends and her teacher that she has a YouTube channel. She takes our business card and holds it up to the screen at her school. I'm like, okay, Lizzie, you can stop that. She wore her shirt and I didn't even realize it. Like, I just put the shirt on her because our Holding It Down shirt. And I didn't even realize it. Like, I knew I was putting the shirt on her. I said, do you wear this for school today? And she was all like this. Look, you guys, look at my shirt. This is our YouTube channel. She kept doing that. So I don't see them saying no anytime soon. Oh, and when we're out in public, Eddie goes, we have a YouTube channel. I'm like, Eddie. So, like I said, I don't see them saying no anytime soon. But if they do, then I'll stop recording them. That doesn't mean that Hold It Down closes. I still want to be on it. They just won't be on it. What do you think Eddie and Lizzie will grow up to be when they grow up? When they get older. I like the way you wrote it. They've already told me what they want to be when they grow up. Lizzie wants to be a fashion designer. She already told me that when she already gave me the name of her company. And Eddie wants to be an artist, and he wants to be an illustrator for books. That's what he said. Now that may change, but for some reason I don't see that changing for Lizzie. She is passionate about that. I don't see that changing for Lizzie. It might change for Eddie. I don't know, but I don't see it changing for Lizzie. Hey, I'm late, but I have a question. If Eddie and Lizzie's birth mom wanted to get them back, could she? Will you allow them to have any contact or connection with her? If she wanted to get them back, can she? The answer is no. Adoption doesn't work that way. It's not like if she decides that she wants to take them back, she could do it. You have that option when they're foster children. Once they're adopted, the door is closed, locked, sealed, bolted. There are 3 different things that you can do. And I think people get confused with this, which I never even thought people could get this. I never thought people were confused with this too. That's why I love doing YouTube, so I can inform and educate people about this. I get so excited. There's 3 different ways that you can be a parent to a child. Of course, you can give birth. So we're not even going to count that. I mean non-birthly. So I guess there's 4. The first one is birth. Give birth. But we already know that's duh. If the baby came out of you, you're the birth mom. Unless you're a surrogate. Don't be all technical. Now the 3 are, there's custody, guardianship, and adoption. They're not all the same. They're all done through court system, but they're not all the same. I'm just going to go down the list of them really quickly. Custody can either be legal or physical. That's usually with parents. Like you have custody over a child, meaning that the child stays in my care, but you're still the parent. That's usually like mom and dad when you get divorced or separation. Mom will have custody over the child, but dad is still the dad, so he gets to have visitation, and vice versa. Dad may have the custody and mom has visits. So they're still parents. They're both still parents, but the child is living with either one of the parent. That's what custody is. Now, with guardianship, is you will have the rights and responsibility to care for that child until they reach the majority age, which is like 18, The court will use what's in the best interest of the child, standard to decide whether it is in the best interest of the child to have you as the guardian. With that, the child, they can go back, which was kind of funny. The case was taking so long with Eddie that the birth mom is like, well, can you just be his guardian? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to be his guardian. Wait, what? So you could just take him back at any time? No. And then what if you could keep bouncing in and out of his life? And then I'm the guardian of Eddie, but I'm the adoptive mom of Lizzie. So you can come and take Eddie and traumatize Lizzie. Like, that was too crazy. I was like, no, we're not doing that. How you feeling? What's the difference between custody and guardianship? Because you're like, oh, they kind of sound the same. So here it goes. The main difference between the two is that custody focuses more on the parent-child relationship, while guardianship involves finding help for people who are not mentally and physically capable of taking care of themselves. So that's how I was saying that she just said, well, let's just end this whole case because it's going so long and you just be his guardian, basically, while I get my life together. The difference with custody is it's usually like it stays with the parent. So mom and dad are separated or divorced and the child is with either mom or dad. Now with guardianship, pretty much neither one of them has the child. What is adoption? Unlike guardianship, adoption terminates the biological parental rights. Instead, the adoptive parent has exclusive custody rights over that child. In addition, adoption is a permanent arrangement and can't be reclaimed by the biological parents. So it's something that's permanent. It's not something that they can come back and change their mind. If they got a receipt, they can come and get their kid back. It doesn't work that way. That's why foster care gives you that chance to get your life together. And when you take too long or you just act like you don't want to get your life together, that's when your rights are terminated. Done. And then the child is adopted. The birth parent can't come and try to get the child back. They can come and bother you all they want, but that's not how it works.
Now, I know that some people watching this video are going to say, well, yes, they can get their child back with adoption because my mom or my grandma or my aunt, uncle, neighbor down the street adopted a child and the birth parents got them back. They went to court and got them back. What you need to do is ask them, what is the legal term of your situation? Because a lot of people like to use the word custody all the time. Because I could say I got custody over Lizzie and Eddie, but that's not what it's called. Use the legal word. If their birth parents came back and got them, it was a guardianship. It was a transfer of guardianship. The parents got their life back together. They went to court and proved that. And then if the court system agreed, the court gave the parents their child back. That's transfer of guardianship. Now, if they go to the court and the court says, no, we can't do that, it's because that adult adopted the child. So adoption and guardianship are two totally different things, but people like to use those two terms interchangeably, but they're not the same thing.
And they're going to look at you and laugh. The court system is going to look at you and laugh. There's nothing you can do about it. And then you had said, will you allow them to have any contact or connections with her? I had an open adoption with Lizzie. I said this in another video. You guys got to be listening. And I think I'm going to try to link down as much as Q&As as I can down below. I had an open adoption agreement with Lizzie. And unfortunately, I had to close it before it actually blossomed into anything. Then when I adopted Eddie, I said I'm not going to open it. If I close it with Lizzie and they have the same birth mom, I'm not going to open it with Eddie and you can see Eddie but you can't see Lizzie. We ain't doing that crazy junk. So at this time, we are not having an open adoption agreement. As they're little, I will not have that. I do have all the paperwork, I have all about them. Their mom and dad, they have different fathers, but they have the same mother. I have all of the foster care paperwork. I made it in this little booklet thing, and they'll have it. I didn't throw things away and hide things and stuff like that. Some people even asked me before, do they know they're adopted? Yeah, they know they're adopted. I don't lie about stuff like that. I don't see how people can lie about that. You're really going to destroy your relationship, your parent-child relationship, when your child actually finds out. They're not going to trust you. Once they get older, if they want to see them, yeah, I'm not going to stop. They're like, no, I don't agree. But no, I'm not going to do that as they're little, because they're just going to be disappointed. That's all. And their feelings are going to be hurt. It's just, why do that to them? I know the whole story about their past, and what I know, see, you guys don't know, so I know you're just asking, you're curious. But with me knowing, it's not healthy to get them with that being so little. But if they want to know when they're teenagers, sure. I have nothing against that. That's why I kept all the paperwork. So that's my answer on that. How was your overall college experience? And would you redo it if you had the chance to? And what were your thoughts before and when you started college? And lastly, what was your program of study? And would you choose another program of study in the future? What was your overall college experience? I did not like it. How are you feeling? I went to Hofstra University. The college itself was not bad at all. I just didn't want to go to college. I wanted to go to film school, to New York Film School. My mom didn't want me to go. She said, that's not a real school. Film is not a real degree. And I was like, what are you talking about? That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And what's kind of weird is that I ended up doing it in a way, kind of like in a crazy way. I do YouTube, but I don't know. I love editing. That's my thing. I wanted to film and edit. That was what I wanted to do for school. I was in their film program, but I didn't want to do the whole college situation thing. I just wanted to go to the film school. Would I redo it if I had a chance to? I wouldn't go to traditional college. I would go to film school. Yes, I would if I was able to. What were your thoughts before you started school? I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to go to film school. So I really wasn't. I was excited because I was off on my own, and I was in New York and my family was in Connecticut, and I felt like I was grown up. Would you choose another program of study in the future? No, I would still choose it if I went back. Is there anything you would do differently? Open question. Girl, why you do that open question? Is there anything I would do differently? Oh my God, how are we feeling? I wouldn't have gotten married. I wouldn't have went to Hofstra. I went to film school, and I probably would have started fostering earlier in life. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else. Girl, if there was anything else, I'll put it on the screen here. That open question, you just hit me on the spot. I can't be doing that. Hi, Kim. Can you share more about your extended family? Your aunt, 2 sisters, your niece, nephew, and other family. Also, can you talk about your past jobs, including your nighttime job and the one you left that to do YouTube full-time? Another question. Can you talk about what made you want to join YouTube in the first place? And do you think that you will close the other channel, the one that focuses on hair and beauty? When you say talk about my extended family, what do you want to know? They're my family. It's like, I'm just playing. But I'm not going to talk about my family and put their business on the internet. Like, my mom has, 10 siblings or something like that? Is it 10 siblings? I have 4 siblings. They're half siblings. My sister Christine, she's my full-blooded sister. Then I have 2 half sisters and 1 half brother. I don't know what else to say. Like, I used to put them on YouTube, but I don't like to put cameras in people's face. You know how some people feel shy on camera, and I don't feel shy on camera, but for some reason I get shy when I turn the camera on them. Because I'm like, I don't know if you want this. Do you not like this? I don't know. It's weird. But I don't know what else you want to know about my family. And also, can you talk about past jobs? Well, I've worked in retail. I've worked in insurance. I've worked in the medical field. I've worked in that night job. That was working for like call it like Frozen, where there was companies that we would send frozen food to. And I worked in like the money part of it. First I worked in like counting the inventory in the cold all night. And then I got immediately raised to or promoted to working with the money part of it. And in the warm, how you feeling? I used to work years ago selling vacuum cleaners. This was like in my 20s, like my early 20s. Oh my God. Going door to door selling vacuum cleaners. And then I used to work in, I used to work in like, it wasn't like a bakery, but kind of like a bakery. This was in my 20s. I used to work at Nordstrom many years ago in like my teens / 20s. I used to work for a doctor. That's what I did before I worked in that cold place.
I actually ended up leaving the doctor's office to work in that cold because the hours were better. It was easier for me to work overnight as a single mom, and I was in the process of adopting Lizzie. I really didn't want to leave the doctor, but it was easier to have an overnight job because daycare was going to be very expensive back then. Well, when I mean back then, daycare is still expensive for people now, but I don't need daycare anymore because both my kids are in school.
Can you talk about what made you want to join YouTube? Well, I originally wanted to start YouTube because I wanted to do like hair and makeup. And I have a channel. I'll link it down below. And then I also, once I started doing foster care, I wanted to inform people about foster care. So at first it was just hair and makeup because it was just something to do. I was like, oh, this looks so fun. Everybody else is doing this. I want to do this too. So it was never really anything like really serious. Always knew you can make money on YouTube, which I always hate when people say, I started YouTube. I didn't even know you can make money on this. You're a liar. You knew you could make money on YouTube. Stop lying. Unless you were like the first YouTuber. If you started YouTube like 2 years, at least 2 years after YouTube was created, you knew that you could make money on it. You're lying. You didn't know. I tell you, you heard about it. You probably was one of the people that didn't believe it. Do you think that you will close the other channel? My question is why? Why close it? It's like it's still like relative. Is that the right word? Like it's still useful. I do the hair, the makeup on there. I don't do that anymore because your girl don't dress like that no more. only type of makeup that I put on my face is my eyebrows. But no, I won't close that channel. There's no point because people still watch that channel. It's not a lot like they watch this channel, but they still watch that type of stuff. And Lizzie's adoption videos on that channel. Because when I did Lizzie's adoption video, I really wasn't doing vlogs. Like I did vlogs here and there, but we weren't really on that vlog channel. So I did her adoption video on that channel. So I don't want to get rid of it. Oh, I'm almost done! As a mom, I would like some pointers on how to get some time for yourself. Y'all, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna leave it dark like this because we're almost done. I'm gonna leave it dark. This thing keep going. I have to keep making this thing go up and down, up and down, up and down. And the battery died. I have a change of battery in my pocket. So here we go. We're almost done. We're just gonna let this stay dark. As a mom, I would like some pointers on how you can get some time out for yourself and keep your sanity during this quarantine and what you do when you get your free time. Girl, I would like some pointers as well because I don't get any free time. I'm being serious, I don't. And I think I'm going insane because I don't get any free time. And the only free time that I have is taking a shower, sleeping, which I feel that doesn't count because you're not even conscious. You don't even realize if you're having free time or not. The other thing would be going to the bathroom. Sometimes I go in the bathroom and I just stay in there for a long time to have my alone time. Or I run away and go to the grocery store. I don't really take time out for myself, and I think that's why I'm going crazy during this quarantine time. So when I figure that out, I will let you know, because I don't take time for myself, and I know that's bad.
Once quarantine, pandemic, girlfriend Rona is all gone and over with, and the kids are back in physical school, your girl's alone time Self-care time will be during the day while the kids are at school. Oh, that is going to feel so good.
I will ask, can we really survive on a YouTube small channel? I don't go by subscribers. You go by views because you don't get paid by how many subscribers you have. You get paid based off your views. It's how much money you make per 1,000 views. A person, let's say you have, there's a video and both of you guys have 20,000 views on that video. This person has 20,000 views, this person has 20,000 views. They're both not gonna get paid the exact same amount because their clicks per milli will be different. Then it also depends on your lifestyle, your debt, your budget, your, how much it costs to survive. This is the thing. When it comes to talking about, oh, I could have stayed like this in the dark the whole doggone time because I look good. How you feeling? Talking about YouTube salary, it's kind of touchy. A lot of people want to know. And then it's like once they hear what it is, if it's more than what they make, they kind of get salty. It's kind of weird talking about that, and I don't like talking about it. But I'm not telling you exactly what I make on YouTube. That's not happening. It's weird. It's like nobody wants to talk about how much money they make in a traditional job. But us YouTubers, we have to tell you how much we make. It's like, that's not fair. I'll tell you this. With my lifestyle, taking care of 2 kids, living in expensive Connecticut, and paying bills, paying a vehicle, this ain't paid off, I'm able to take care of my family and able to save a good amount a month. I'm able to save, I don't even want to say this. I'm able to save like $2,000 a month after paying off everything. Oh, and I want to tell you this. YouTube, this job has been the highest paying job that I've ever had so far.
And now with having sponsorships, I'm able to put away even more for my family. Woo, God is good.
It's kind of up and down, up and down. You don't bring home a salary. So it is different. You got to work your butt off. You have to be entertaining. And if you don't feel like you're entertained, you have to edit entertainingly. Because there's some people I watch their vlogs and how in the heck do they get this many views? And then when I look at how they edit, I'm like, that's why they edit so cool. I'll tell you the highest I've ever made on YouTube before. I've done it one time. And my goal is to keep doing this every month. But you got to work your booty crack off hard. The highest I've ever made, this was 2 years ago. The highest I ever made in 1 month was $10,000. Oh, that felt so good. Oh! I don't make that every month.
But I'm going to speak it into existence.
But YouTube is real. The thing is, taxes are not taken out. So you have to save money so that you can pay your taxes at the end of the month. At the end of the year. It's so much different. You do want to save money because there is no retirement plan in YouTube. You have to be your retirement plan. You have to be the tax taker outer for your job. So you have to be HR. You got to be the boss, the employee. You have to be the HR. You got to be all that. And then with insurance, there is no insurance with YouTube. You have to purchase insurance. A lot of people think, oh, why you do this YouTube? I heard that, and no one ever said it to me before, but I've heard people tell other YouTubers, you need to go get a real job. You ain't got no insurance. Who said that somebody got no insurance? If you don't know how it works, don't just start flapping at the gums, like at your job. When you look at your pay stub, you see that they took out $150 for insurance, but then your company probably paid $300 out of that insurance, but you only had to pay $150. So that's per pay period. I'm just making up numbers. So for the month, you pay $300 because you did $150 for this pay period, $150 for this pay period, but then your job paid $300 each pay period, so they pay $600. You know what I'm saying? So they pay $600 a month to insure you, and you pay $300 a month. So together, that was $900 insurance policy for that one employee. So when you work for yourself, you have to pay that entire $900 a month. You know what I'm saying? You can insure yourself. You just don't have a company taking out a portion and you take out the small portion and the company pays the big portion. You got to pay it all. So when you work for yourself, you gotta do all that. So I just hate when people say YouTube is not a job. But y'all, I'm gonna be talking all night. I've been talking for a long time. How long have I been talking? Oh, Father God. All of your meals always look delicious. And how did you meet your ex-husband? Thank you for the delicious comment. And how did I meet my husband? I met him on the internet. I'm gonna link down below my Draw My Life. I explain everything in there. And I just talk about myself growing up. And then it pretty much stopped before I became a... Was it before I became a foster parent?
No, I talked about being a foster parent in the Draw My Life. It stopped before Lizzie came into my life. So it doesn't talk about Lizzie because I made the video before Lizzie came. And so, of course, it was before Eddie as well because Eddie came after Lizzie.
It is late at night. My nose is getting more stuffy, but I would rather it be stuffy than runny because I'm not going to be sitting here with tissue sticking up my nose talking like, hi guys. If there's any more questions that you guys have, leave them in the comments below. I think I'm going to start doing just 3 comments for a video because I talk too long, maybe 4. But I think that is it. I'm going to see you guys on the flip side in another video. Hopefully my nose will not be stuffy anymore. One of you guys made a comment in my last video or the video before the last. He was like, oh my God, you sound so good. I wonder if Tyler is still there. And I was like, I do sound good because I didn't realize it. And I was like, I do sound good. And then I picked up Tyler and put him right in my face the other day. What was it, Friday or Saturday? And just dripping. At first I was like, I didn't sneeze. Yay. And it was maybe like 4 or 5 hours and I went, hey, chew! And I was like, no! So I'm sorry if it annoys you that I sound stuffy. I'm trying to get better with the way I talk, being stuffy. But that's life. Shoot, this is the winter time. I'm sure you heard other people stuffy that don't have cats, dogs, rats, gerbils, deer, bears. You know, there's people who sound stuffy that don't have a pet. I love you guys. It'll take me 99 years and 25 days and 66 minutes to end the video. But I love you guys. I will see you guys on the flip side. Take care. I hope these questions were answered to the way you wanted to answer them. And I think that's it. But if you want to do foster care, do foster care. Do it for the right reasons. If you feel like you can't do it, don't do it. And you could do, what is it called?
It's called respite care. It's when you watch a foster child while the foster parents are on vacation, have to go out of town for an emergency. Now that's basically a babysitter. So you just watch a child. It can be for 24 hours or it can be for 36 hours, 48 hours. It's just real temporary. So you can start off with just doing respite care, get you introduced with foster care, and then you can take it from there. But that is an option. It's called respite care.
I will continue to do shout outs for people free of charge, but you have to have videos on your channel. But I think that's all. I love you guys and I will see you guys in the next video. And YouTube is a real job. Bye.